Hey and welcome, and today I am sharing a project made with the free file that we've made this week. And this week we have made a full Hawaiian alphabet. As we're all in the Lilo and Stitch mood and vibe, I thought what I would do is use a pre-existing Hawaiian file set and make an alphabet to go with it. This is a full alphabet and number set, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make it into a layered project in Cricut Design Space, but also we have made some waves there. So this is a 7-layered file, so I'm giving you the top layer, so that is this is the white glittery layer. You can use whatever you want, whatever colour you want. And I'm going to teach you how to make it into a multiple layered, multiple coloured file. How to make your waves layer too, and with a bit of slicing and welding, that's really, really easy to do. So we're going to have a go at that. This is perfect for cake toppers if you want an Hawaiian theme. But I mean, imagine this in a child's name on a bedroom wall. It would look amazing, and you could even put them in individual box frames. And there you go. So that's what it, I mean, I don't know what colour background I'd put with that. I don't know if that's the right colour, but that would look amazing if you spelt a name out in a box frame on a wall. It'd look great if you put a Hana, wouldn't it? It'd just be amazing that. That's what we're going to do today. It's really easy to do, and I'm going to take you through step by step. So let's get going. We're going to start by uploading your letter to Cricut Design Space. We'll just get rid of that. Then I'm going to duplicate the letter. I'm going to turn the top layer white. That's going to be white glitter, but you can use whatever colour you want. And then we're going to hit the contour tool on the bottom right hand corner. So I'm just going to remove the contour of the sun. So just click on that and it will remove it, or you can find it in the sidebar. Duplicate that layer and then put one behind your white top layer. So right click, send to the back, and then turn that yellow and you'll be able to see your sunshine. And then go back to your duplicated layer and go to the contour tool, again bottom right hand side, and we're going to remove the flip-flops and the flower elements. So you can click on them or find them in the sidebar, and I'm just going to remove those. And then I'm going to duplicate again so that we've got another layer. You always duplicate the layer you've contoured, and that's how it flows. Send that to the back and turn it pink. And now you can go back to your duplicated layer, and we're going to now do the contours on this layer. So we're going to get rid of the top of the tree, and this is going to be a green layer. So again, duplicate, put one layer to the back and turn it green. So you can make as many layers as you want, but I want to work through and create all the different elements so it's really multicolored. So obviously your tree, you need a tree trunk. So I'm going to remove that contour, send it to the back and duplicate that and make that brown. Then we're going to go back and we're going to make the back layer now. So I'm going to remove all the contours, but obviously keep the middle. Send that to the back, and that's going to be a blue layer. And that's going to be the blue sky. I'm going to duplicate this layer again because I'm going to do a bit of slicing and welding, and I'm going to get a circle. So we're going to make some waves, and it's really easy to do this actually. So duplicate your circle and then colour one so you can see what you're doing. So I think I've faffed about too long here choosing a colour. It really doesn't matter. And duplicate that, and then what you're going to do is you're going to slice one circle out of the other, and you're going to almost create a wave pattern. So once that's sliced out, you're going to have sort of like a crescent moon, but we're going to put them together and they're going to look like waves, and it's really quick and really easy but really clever. So we're going to unlock it, and again, like everything when you're designing, dragging shapes just creates miracles. So duplicate a few, and they should all be unlocked now. And it's just about arranging them and thinking what the sea would look like if it was a bit wild. And I'm going to weld that together there, and it's taking shape. So we'll duplicate that, get rid of that, and position that together. And it's just about faffing about. So I can't tell you the right or wrong way to do this. You've just got to keep moving it about until you're happy. So there's my sort of wave. Now I'm going to get a square, unlock that, and I'm going to drag it and cut the bottom off so I've got a straight bottom. I'm going to turn that round because So can you see how it's starting to take shape now, and we're getting a bit of a wave pattern? They're a bit sharp, but we'll sort that in a minute. Slice that out. Get rid of that bit. And now we're going to create a tiny offset to make our waves rounded, because I've never seen a pointed wave. And there you go. There's your wave. It's really, really easy. So I will just, oh, there's a little dot on the bottom of there, so I've got to get rid of that. So I'll remove that with a contour. Then I'm going to slice this out. Now what I should have done is made it bigger, because I want the waves over the letter, but I don't want to make it too big that I lose the waves. But then we've got that bottom sticking out. So, but I just watch this. I know what I'm going to do. So I am faffing about here, but let's just get that right. Slice that out so that I can see my waves. Now I'm going to go onto the letter and go on the contour tool. I'm going to keep the bottom corner but get rid of the top. And when you look at that, you'll see that that actually adds onto the bottom. So I'm going to weld that together. And there you go. There you've got your waves. And like always, it always looks a bit odd until it's all in situ and cut out. I'm going to cut that on a glittery card, so that will be like a bit of a glistening sea effect. And there you go. We're all ready now to send it to cut. So we've got quite a lot of layers there. We'll get them all cut out, and then we're going to get them built up. So on cutting mat, all ready to go. And here are all the layers cut out. So there are lots of layers. There's some fine detail in there. So I've got 2 sizes of sticky pads, and I'm going to fast forward that, but you don't need to see me sticking sticky pads on. But the smaller sticky pads, if I've got really tiny elements, I'm going to cut them in half and just use my weeding hook to pick them up and put them on the back, and then position them as I am building the files. It's really important to make sure you get your layers in the right order before you start building, because if you put one in the wrong place, then obviously that affects the look of the file. I'm just standing this one up just to make sure that I get my position exactly right, and I've got it wrong still. I think the only thing with these is getting your placement exactly right, because you don't want overlap. You want the elements to show through when you're building the colours, but they are quite easy to build. You've just got to take your time. And I'm getting the backs of the sticky pads everywhere because I'm cutting them so small. And again, you can use whatever colour you want. You know, I mean, it's not law, is it, that your tree stalk's brown and your tree's green? It's whatever you want it to be. And if you're making this for a child's bedroom or a card or a theme party, then you can do it to the colours of the theme. I'm going to put my sunshine layer on. And these are really great for gifts because they take a lot of effort, but they look amazing when they're built. And here is the last layer going on. Look how pretty that looks. I just love layered files. I mean, you've got to make it something specific. My office is just full of them. They're everywhere. But if it's nice, if it's for a gift or a card or, like I say, a cake. And there's the finished result. And just so you can see there, that fits perfectly in a box frame, so I could mount that and stick that in as well. Okay, so I hope that you've got a gorgeous multiple layered letter if you've worked along and paused it and made your own, or if you're going to make this later, then do bookmark this video and you can come back to it for reference and keep pausing. I've also put step-by-step instructions in the blog post so that you can scroll through and have those at hand as well. So you've got everything you need, and you've got the full alphabet number set and an ampersand all ready for you to make your own name. Scrapbooking layer, I mean, this would be good, wouldn't it, as a scrapbooking layer with all your photos coming out around the edge. And you could even take some of the elements out, slice them out, and to complete your page. Also, if you want to know a bit more about Cricut Design Space and getting the best and being your own Cricut designer, then do check out my playlist. There's a series running and it's Cricut for Beginners. So we're working through starting with a circle to designing your own letters and creating your own cake toppers. So do follow along with that, because I'm going to tell you all the skills and everything I know or how I've designed for the 8 years that I've been doing that. So please do join in. And yeah, if you like my video, please do like and subscribe. Check out the other videos, and thank you for watching.